I began working with addicts and their families over 25 years ago. I was the administrator of an inpatient residential treatment facility. I learned from that I don't want to work with people who have to be there. I only want to work with people who want to get well. An addiction is a pathological relationship with any mood-altering event, substance, or thing that has life-damaging consequences. An addiction is obsessive, impulsive, and compulsive. An alcoholic can't stop. Wishes they could, don't understand why they can't. But there's both a physical and a mental compulsion that happens, and then when the compulsion kicks in, they can't not do it. People who come from addicted family systems usually do one of two things, either become alcoholic or they marry one. Until an addict wants to stop, until they've hit their bottom, there isn't anything anybody's gonna do to hurry that along. You didn't cause it, you can't control it, and you can't cure it. What starts out, a highly functioning addict, is typically an overachiever. And the reason I like to work with highly functioning addicts is because these are people who are successful at every single area of their life, except this one thing they just can't get a handle on. So if one addict can keep 20 codependents busy, then what happens is there's 20 people surrounding me at any given time who benefit from the other 90% of my life that's working. The difference between men and women. Men and women are motivated to recover for different reasons. Women are motivated by their children. Men don't care about their family, but seriously, that's wonderful, but they'll lose their family before they'll lose their career, and they'll be justified in that. It's really not about loving you. It's about the fact that that drug or that addiction has become the most important love affair in their life. It is more important than anything else. Have you ever worked for a crazy person and never been able to put your finger on why they act that way? And you keep thinking there must be something you're doing wrong, it must be about you. Well, there's some pretty good chance that there's some hidden addiction going on there. And if it's the owner of the business, those are the businesses that are probably the most resistant to having a drug-free workplace. I have experience in business as a consultant and as a human resource manager. And one of the things I saw was how often addictions of various types are overlooked in the workplace. If a man is a highly functioning person, he's doing good things for the employer. If he's in a position of power and authority, he has 20 people at least around him every day who don't want to rock that boat. And the higher up you are, the fewer people there are in your life to confront you who are going to be willing to do that. If someone is a worker, let's say, and they have an untreated addiction and they're coming to work impaired, the people around them do two things. The first thing they do is they know what's going on, and they think management is stupid because management doesn't know what's going on, or worse yet, they know that management knows and are playing favorites by overlooking it. It takes morale in the tubes. The clients I work best with are the ones who've already tried to solve the problem for themselves and haven't been able to do that. Some people call them chronic relapsers. And they're my favorite because they already know what doesn't work, and now we can get right into what does. When people come to me for help with addiction, I take my own experience and my education and training, and I've put together a system called the Fast Track Addiction Recovery System. And what that does is it takes the very best of 12-step, the very best of behavior modification, the very best of spiritual principles into one package, and then I tailor it specifically for the individual. So the people who choose to work with me understand that addiction recovery isn't a quick fix. We make progress twice as fast as they can on their own or in a leaderless support group. So they can expect to see results within about 2 or 3 sessions, and then we build on that. From working with me, you can expect to find a joy in life again. You can expect to walk away from the shame that you live with every day as an addict. You can expect to have more free time, have more energy, and actually even make more money because you're more focused on the things that matter and you're not driven by the things that don't.